It is a mess out there. We've got rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. And this is just round one when round two arrives, bringing with it a whole bunch more snow. Coming up right now on 12 News at 10.
Now on WISN 12 News.
Snow is coming down in parts of our area while other people are dealing with ice.
Freezing rain ahead of a winter storm. What road crews are doing to keep us safe this weekend.
Unpaid campaign bills left over from 2016.
They raise money to have campaign visits, and so we would like to get paid.
Where the Clinton and Trump campaigns still have outstanding bills totaling more than $20,000. And where you can get a 99 pack of Pabst right here in Milwaukee.
First tonight, winter is back in southeast Wisconsin. At this hour, we're seeing everything from rain to ice to snow.
It all depends on where you are. Take a look at the Doppler 12 radar network at this hour. You can see the mess filling in across our area tonight. On the DOT traffic cameras, the roads are wet, but roads west and north of here, well, they're getting slick.
Well, with that in mind, let's pull up the Traffic Watch 12 maps. You can see really nothing happening out there. We've been checking the 511 system online. No reports of crashes at this hour. Green means that traffic is moving right along. However, if you're heading west, look at the slowdowns popping up in Johnson Creek, so in Jefferson County over into Dane County. And our crews are all over southeast Wisconsin. Chief Meteorologist Mark Baden leads us off with tonight's ice threat before Saturday's main snow event. Mark?
Yeah, you saw all the colors on the radar. We'll look at that in just a second. Let's take a look at how close we are to having a major ice storm here in the metro area. 34 degrees right now at Oak Creek. This is Drexel Town Square. Everything is just rain in the immediate metro area. So we've been fortunate so far. That will likely change before the night is done. We take you up to Elkhart Lake. There's a fresh layer of snow there, and the snow coming down as we speak at Road America. So it is cold enough in some spots where you can see the snow coming down into parts of Dodge County, Fond du Lac County, Sheboygan, as well as Washington County. And then there's that transition area where we're seeing freezing rain and sleet, and then it's all rain from Milwaukee back down through Racine and Kenosha. Again, that will likely change though. This is round one. Tonight we get that mix of everything. Some places will get accumulating snow. By Saturday afternoon into the evening, there's the next round of snow and wind. We'll let you know who's going to get the most coming up in a couple minutes of Weather Watch 12.
And communities are responding to the severe weather. A list of cancellations, closings, and community snow emergencies is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. You can also find that list on the WISN 12 mobile app along with updated weather alerts. Tonight's temperature makes all the difference. 12 News' Caroline Reinwald is live in Delafield now with a danger posed by icy roads.
Caroline, DPW crews that you talked with say they are ready for this weather.
They are. They've been prepping all day for it. And I'll tell you, in the last hour, it's really changed a lot in conditions out here. At first, it was just plain rain. Now we're seeing a little bit more of that freezing rain. Here on this Jeep here, you can see, just barely see against the dark color, how it's changing to kind of like a slush freezing rain. It is getting a little bit slick here on these pavements, and that's what we're worried about as we continue on through the night. It is going to continue to get much worse. Waukesha County DPW crews preloaded 250 tons of salt into their vehicles Friday morning. Keeping an eye on weather conditions, getting ready for freezing rain, then snow.
The key piece for this storm is the duration of the storm. We'll be fighting snow or weather from Friday night into Sunday morning. And with snow supposedly moving out Sunday morning, we'll try to get the roads prepped before the Packer game this weekend.
Their trucks have a mix of salt and brine, which helps with the warmer pavement and cooler air. Freezing rain rolled in around 7 o'clock Friday night, hitting Economawalk, Delafield, and Waukesha, driving motorists into prep mode.
I just went to the grocery store, got a couple pizzas for the weekend. Who knows how long we'll be inside, but I plan on getting out to enjoy it as well, though, because you never know when you get these.
What are you doing to prepare?
I'm getting gas. I'm going to go to the grocery store after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans, or are you going to stay in?
No, I'm going to stay in.
She's going to stay in, Caroline, but for people who are out and about, what can they do to help DPW crews?
Yeah, so you want to give them space. The officials there at DPW are saying that they're moving around a lot on the road, so you want to stay back and as far away as possible as you can. And if you don't have to travel, it would really help them out if you just stayed off the roads and indoors altogether.
Be safe out there. Caroline Reinwald reporting live in Delafield tonight. Let's go live outside now to the streets of Milwaukee. Take a look from Fond du Lac Avenue, just west of 6th Street. This is the view looking east toward downtown. Streets here in this area look wet, but with that temperature close to the freezing point, you'll want to be very careful tonight.
Everything falling tonight is just round one of the storm. 12 News' Derek Rose is live in Hartford now. And Derek, you're seeing snow there.
Yeah, Joyce, a big difference between the last hour that we talked to you and right now. First thing, I put the hat on because of the amount of precipitation that was coming down. It was freezing rain about 9:30. Now just big flakes of snow. In fact, just to show you the difference, if you look at the sidewalk over here, there were a lot of footprints here at 9 o'clock that you could see. That has since been covered over with this latest round of snow. Also here over on Main Street, we could see much of the road at 9 o'clock. Much different. That's the case now. Just to give you an idea of how fast and how heavy the snow is coming down, we're going to point up at this light pole so you can see the intensity of which this snow is now coming down. We'll show you some video that we shot a little bit earlier. A big difference, like we said, in the last hour, the changeover that we've seen a lot of the plow trucks that have been out here on the roads on standby, salting the roads as well, getting ready for this round of the snow that is now hitting us as we speak. We haven't seen many people, much foot traffic here, but we've seen a couple of cars go back and forth, even pizza delivery cars going back and forth. So that gives you an idea that a lot of folks, just like Caroline mentioned, are wanting to stay in and not be out and about in this. As you come back out to us live, just a few people that are driving here along Main Street coming towards our camera here. But again, this is the part that we were expecting since 9 o'clock. The snow coming down much heavier here in the heart of Hartford. Joyce?
Quite a difference from an hour ago. Thanks, Derek Rose, reporting live from Hartford. Now, the city of Milwaukee has not declared a snow emergency, but if it does, here's what you need to know about parking. Tomorrow is an odd-numbered day. It's the 11th, so you'd need to be parked on the odd side of the street by 10 at night and stay there through 6 Sunday morning. Vehicles would then need to be moved to the even side of the street by 10 o'clock Sunday night. Anyone who does not follow those rules could be fined.
Busy checkout lanes and shopping aisles tonight. A snowstorm grocery grab, if you will. All of the lines were full at the Wauwatosa Metro Market on State Street. A similar story at the Metro Market on 124th and Capitol Drive. A viewer described the checkout lines there as mobbed earlier tonight. And all this snow could make for a big payday for plow drivers. Local snow removal companies say they haven't had much white gold falling from the sky this season. Businesses like Cush's Automotive in Wauwatosa spent the day making sure all of their equipment is ready to go. They say they're ready for the snow drought to end.
If it wasn't for the salting that we have done, we really only did one push of snow. The salting was great. December was completely dry until the 31st, so we're due.
Cush's says snow removal accounts for about 25% of their business.
Winter flu activity is spiking around the country. And today, the state reported the first child flu death of the season. They wouldn't give much information except to say the child was under 10 years old and lived in southeastern Wisconsin. Experts say take the flu seriously and get a flu shot. Nearly 100 people around the state have been put in intensive care as they recover.
Breaking news, Iran now says it unintentionally shot down a Ukrainian jetliner. Tuesday's crash killed 176 people. On Thursday, an Iranian official said it was, quote, scientifically impossible for one of its defense missiles to hit the plane. Iran has invited the U.S., Canada, and plane maker Boeing to take part in the investigation.
Body camera video recorded the sounds of explosions at this apartment inferno Sunday.
Come here, boy. Come here. The whole apartment building's engulfed.
What you hear are oxygen tanks exploding in the background. Now, authorities say no one was hurt. The video also shows the Genoa City police officer and a Good Samaritan going door to door to get people out of their apartments. The village, which straddles Kenosha and Walworth counties, commended them for their bravery at a ceremony last night.
Police are linking this man to another grabbing assault. It's the third arrest for 19-year-old Jalen Durham since November. A criminal complaint says he tackled a woman and pressed himself against her December 3rd in a Wauwatosa parking lot. 2 days later, another report accused Durham of putting his hand down a woman's pants. In November, prosecutors accused Durham of walking up behind a woman, wrapping his arms around her, and picking her up off the ground near the UW Milwaukee campus. He bailed out of jail both times. Cyber threats, data breaches, attacks on our healthcare, elections, even our cell phones. A WISN 12 News hour-long special reveals the dangers and defenses you can take. That's Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock right here on WISN 12.
Discount liquor stores in Milwaukee and Waukesha are stocked up with the Pabst 99 packs, but the stores have just one case apiece. They're holding a raffle this weekend, and the winners, who are picked Monday, get to purchase the $90 case. Well, you'll want to be stocked up on all the snow necessities for the weekend.
And Mark, this storm is a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, don't let your guard down if you don't get any snow tonight. It is still coming. How much to expect where you live? Next in Weather Watch 12.
Here's your one bill. Pay it. Pay it, pay it, pay it.
But some Wisconsin cities are still waiting to see the money. 12 News investigates unpaid campaign bills.
Then later, banning breakfast? Why Dr. Oz says you're better off not starting your day with a meal.
Stay safe with severe weather alerts. Download the WISN 12 News app right now.
News at 10 continues on Snow Watch. You're looking at the radar on one half of the screen, the other. Take a look at that shot live from Hartford in Washington County. You see the snow really coming down there. Mark's updated storm track is just a few minutes away. President Trump will campaign in Milwaukee Tuesday.
But his campaign still has unpaid bills from 2016 in cities like Green Bay. 12 News' Matt Smith investigates and found the Trump campaign isn't alone.
March 2016, Riverside Ballroom in Green Bay.
I am very happy to be back in Green Bay.
August 2016, Green Bay's KI Convention Center.
I had a really great time when I was in Wisconsin.
2 campaign rallies with the eventual presidential nominees, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Rallies, both campaigns received an invoice from the city. And now, more than 3 years later, neither campaign has paid their bill.
Here's your one bill. Pay it. Pay it, pay it, pay it.
What's the response been?
Response has been, half the people have been like, sure, we'll pay our debts. The other half have not.
During the 2016 presidential cycle, the city of Green Bay sent bills to the Trump, Clinton, Cruz, and Sanders campaigns for police overtime, fire, and DPW services during campaign events. The outstanding bills today, the Trump campaign at more than $9,000 and the Clinton campaign at nearly $12,000.
They raise money to have campaign visits, and so we would like to get paid.
And Green Bay isn't alone. Eau Claire has outstanding bills as well. More than $12,000, the city says, from the Clinton campaign and $47,000 from Trump's. Mark Lauder is the Trump campaign's director of strategic communications.
But when it comes to local law enforcement, those are issues where the United States Secret Service and their local partners are working to protect the President of the United States and the Vice President.
The billing practice varies by municipality. For example, when the president visits Milwaukee Tuesday, his campaign won't be billed.
No, we do not bill the campaigns, no. The policy is that we're pleased to have the President of the United States visit our community, and we're going to make sure that he is secure when he's here.
Nationwide, reports from the Center of Public Integrity and Washington Post estimate outstanding bills sent to the Trump campaign exceed $1 million. The question is whether it has to or should pay up.
It's about, here are the needs of local government. We have to pay our bills at the end. We can't run deficits. We have to pay our bills at the end of the year. We want candidates to come here.
In Green Bay, I'm Matt Smith, WISN 12 News.
The city of Milwaukee, as we heard, doesn't bill any campaign or candidate. The Milwaukee Police Department says its role is to protect the city, not the candidate.
Mark joins us now. We're reminded by that live shot from Hartford how pretty the snow is and how long it's been since we've seen it here.
And it also reminds you that it's not that far away that you could run into snow, whereas where we are right here in Milwaukee,
just rain.
It's all rain. And this is kind of like maybe the first inning of this whole storm, maybe the second inning, but you have a long way to go. So here's the best time to get out and do traveling if you need to. If you're in the metro area, you're okay right now because we are just seeing rain, and that will last for at least the next couple of hours. Saturday morning should be okay, but by later in the afternoon on Saturday into Saturday evening, I'm really recommending that you do not travel because the snow is going to be coming down, and it's going to be coming down sideways. It's going to be very, very windy. Sunday, the storm is gone. There's likely going to be some blowing snow around here and there, so just be prepared for that, but I think for the most part, you'll be okay. Road conditions, if you're heading north, you're going to run into snow. If you're heading close to us, there are some conditions that are icy, especially the secondary roads, anything that hasn't been treated. Now, the crews are out and about. They're going to be out throughout the night tonight. They're going to be throughout the day tomorrow and into tomorrow night, and probably into Sunday morning as well. So because this is a long duration event. Temperatures, oh, this has been critical. And this is great news. In Milwaukee, Racine, and Kenosha, it's a northerly wind. The lake is a little bit warmer than average because we've had such a mild winter, and that's holding our temperatures up here with that northeasterly wind. For us to cool down, we'll need the wind to go more out of the north. That's likely not going to happen anytime soon, so we may end up staying with rain throughout the night tonight. Different story, though, if you're inland. That's where we're seeing some of these icing conditions. To Oconomowoc we go, still 34 there, mainly just rain. I've seen it change over to sleet a little bit and a little snow from time to time. This is Brady Street. Still people out there and about. Temperature 36 degrees, and the rain is not pleasant. It is a cold rain and it's windy. It will not be very nice as we head throughout the night. So here's the transition zone right through Waukesha County into parts of Jefferson County. Moving up to the north, it's generally snow here, and you saw that live shot there from Derek. And that's where the snow is coming down, and that's where you'll get a good 2 to 3 inches of snow tonight. Where we're seeing it try to change over here is the parts of Waukesha County. It's the transition zone in here. Most of us, though, here and south, right along I-94 south, seeing rain until you get into Jefferson County. This is just round one. There's going to be a whole nother round to come. Let's show you Futurecast here. We take you through the night. Still could be a little bit of drizzle, freezing drizzle, a little bit of light snow as we head into Saturday morning. But for the most part, we get a lull in the action until we head later in the afternoon. Notice the next round. Here's 5 o'clock. Tomorrow evening, this is heavy snow, probably at an inch per hour rate. That rolls out of here finally by about 3 o'clock in the morning. You're going to get a break in the morning tomorrow, and then it's going to really start flying, the snow will, into tomorrow evening. Then we head into Sunday, a little bit of a break before the next round moves in. The forecast is really, really busy next week as well. Here's tonight, 1 to 3 inches of snow north, a 1/4 inch of ice possible on the west side of Milwaukee County, all the way through Waukesha down to the south, unless you're in Milwaukee, Racine, or Kenosha, where it's going to be mainly rain. Here's the grand total for snow, 6 to 10 inches over much of the area, a little bit lesser amounts from Milwaukee down to the south. This will be by Sunday morning of what you can expect to see. There's tonight, snow to the north, ice and rain to the south, some areas staying just rain. Then the next round moves in late in the afternoon on Saturday and into the evening. Winter storm warning in effect tonight all the way through Sunday morning. Here are the impacts. Freezing rain tonight is the biggest impact, snow north, and then snow develops again, and watch out for that wind. And this snow is going to be heavy and wet. It's going to be tough to move around. It is an alert day for tomorrow because of the snow and the wind. You can get the shovels out, the snow blowers out on Sunday and clean it all up before the next couple of rounds move in. One Sunday night into Monday morning, another on Tuesday, another with a chance of a greater accumulation on Wednesday, and then yet another chance on Friday. So we get a big storm coming in right now, and then we have 4 more chances of snow over the next 7 days.
Promises to be a busy week. All right, Mark, thanks.
Well, next at 10, banning breakfast, why Dr. Oz says you don't need it.
And back here on 12 News at 10, we're in Delafield where that freezing rain is really coming down hard. The roadways are becoming slicker. The sidewalks here that we're standing on are definitely becoming slicker, and you can actually see where it's forming on the vehicles here on the surfaces, almost like a slushy material. This is what we're worried about throughout the night. It's going to continue getting worse. DPW crews want you to stay off the road. If you don't have to travel, it's going to help them because they need as much space as they can get to salt and brine the roads throughout the evening. I'm live in Delafield. Caroline Reinwald, WISN 12 News.
And I'm Derek Rose, live in the heart of Hartford along Main Street, where you can see the snow is continuing to fall. The amount of snow and the intensity of the snow has only grown since the last time we've talked to you. You can see the cars that are going by here along Main Street. The street is covered in snow. Again, the amount of snow starting to build up here in the town of Hartford. A lot of folks have been on the road, but you heed the warning because as this snow falling, so is the temperature, and that is the big concern for folks outside tonight. We're live in Hartford. I'm Derek Rose, WISN 12 News.
One of the world's greatest rock drummers has died. Neil Peart joined the Canadian band Rush in 1974. They went on to sell millions of records. He told Rolling Stone that he still took drum lessons as recently as 2012. The band confirmed today that he died Tuesday. Peart battled brain cancer. He was 67 years old. Dr. Oz wants to ban breakfast.
The TV host believes the most important meal of the day really isn't.
Unfortunately, a lot of the dogma we were fed for decades came out of advertisements. It wasn't really based on the truth around our health. The smartest thing for us to do is cancel breakfast, have your first meal when you're actually hungry, which if you're intermittent fasting and you haven't had a late dinner, it won't happen until midway through the morning. In fact, cancel breakfast, have brunch every day of the week.
Wow, some studies show breakfast doesn't affect a person's body weight, but others link skipping breakfast to obesity.
It's going to be a tough one for me to skip. I enjoy my breakfast. Dan's looking at me like, mm-hmm. Well, the Brewers had another player, Dan.
Yes, more competition on their infield. Plus, how Christian Yelich will celebrate if the Packers win Sunday. What concerns Tremont Williams about facing the Seahawks. And the Bucks try for a second straight win in California. It's all next in Big 12 Sports.
Big 12 Sports, presented by Menards.
Only 7 of the current Packers were with Green Bay 5 years ago when they lost to the Seahawks in the NFC Championship game. 12 Sports' Stephanie Sutton spoke to one of them, Tramon Williams, who's anxious for Sunday's rematch.
What concerns you most about this game?
I don't think anything really concerns me. You know, we both on the same playing field. We're confident in our guys. We're pretty sure that they're confident in our guys. At the end of the day, may the best man win. I feel like we've prepared well enough this week for the Seattle Seahawks, and we're confident in what we bring to the table on Sunday.
What is your message to the younger players who have not had the playoff experience like you've had?
Just keep it as even keel as possible. The team who comes out and is able to forget about all of the media and all of the entertainment that this game's supposed to be, and just come out and know that this is just football. It's what we've been doing all year long. If we can treat it that way as another game, we'll be fine.
So this is a ready or not moment for you guys?
It is, most definitely. But, you know, we're ready for it, and, you know, we know the Seattle Seahawks will be ready for it too.
The Sacramento Kings have missed the playoffs in each of the last 13 seasons, so a win over the Bucks tonight would make their season. And the Kings had an early 5-point lead before Eric Bledsoe took over the game. Bledsoe with an assist and 4 baskets to account for 11 straight points for the Bucks as they took the lead. And they were just heating up, a 27-6 run to end the first quarter. Giannis there, he had only a quiet 7 points in the first half and 3 fouls. Bledsoe and Chris Middleton combined to make 13 of 15 shots for 30 points in the first half. However, the Kings have now rallied back to take a 61-60 lead early in the third quarter. The Admirals, again wearing green throwback uniforms tonight on their home ice against Rockford. Rem Pitlick with the only goal they needed in a 2-0 win. Same 2 teams tomorrow in Milwaukee, but the start time has been moved up from 6 p.m. to 1 p.m. because of the weather. The Brewers are hoping Jed Jerko can rediscover the form that helped him hit 30 home runs for the Cardinals in 2016. Jerko signed a 1-year, $2 million deal with the Brewers today. The 31-year-old third baseman missed most of last season with back and wrist injuries. And finally, Christian Yelich says his right knee is back to full strength. He fractured his kneecap, you remember, in September. Yelich appeared on ESPN last night and answered one other important question.
And at Green Bay wins, do you go Bakhtiari or do you go Aaron Rodgers and sip scotch?
No, you got to go Bakhtiari. Full Bakhtiari on that one.
Full Bakhtiari.
I don't know if I can do 3 in a row like he did, but I got some flack for it for not finishing like a full beer. But we're kind of just sipping on one at the time, and then they throw the camera on you. And it's Wisconsin, so you can't not chug your beer. You have to. You'll get booed out of the stadium if you don't. So I was like, well, I guess we're really doing this here. Stood up, kind of played to the crowd a little bit, and was like, please let me finish this beer. Do not spill it. Do not finish it. And thankfully, we were able to get it down.
Something more important, he and Ryan Braun and others are taking part in a charity softball game Sunday out in California for wildfire victims.
We've done a lot of work for that.
Yeah, love seeing that video again. You'll be busy this weekend.
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, watch out on the roads tonight.
Stay safe.
Good night.